Hi, my name's Hal Ridge and we've just wrapped up racing here in the first round of the British Rallycross Championship Five Nation Trophy here at Lydden Hill. There's another race day to go on Monday and there's been action all day long here. Let's just have a catch up with some of the Supercar drivers and some of the other drivers we can find in the paddock. First up, Michael Bogue.
Hello, Hal.
I've known you a long time and this must be a pretty special day racing in the Supercar category in the British Rallycross Championship with your own car. How's it been?
Yeah, it's 21, 22 years in the making this. You know, it's always something I've dreamt since I first started Rallycross back in 2001. I first came to Lydden Hill with my old Mark 1 Golf. So yeah, it's been a long time coming. Big financial commitment. Obviously, you know, I'm just a working class man, same as the rest of the lads here that are helping out. And yeah, it's been an awesome day. Highs and lows of Rallycross is normal. You know, we've had a couple of good runs. Problem in the semi-final, so we didn't make the start. But yeah, that's motorsport, isn't it?
Clutch release bearing wasn't in the semi-final. Can you solve that for Monday?
Yeah, I may be having to drive to Devon tonight to go and collect some parts. So yeah, we'll keep the boys busy tomorrow, putting it all back together. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll have it sorted for Monday.
Good luck, mate. See you then.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
So Michael racing a Skoda Fabia for the first time. He did some events last year, his testing and warm up to this new programme he's got going on, and had a few niggles as people do when they first get into Supercar, but has finally managed to get those sorted and is here racing at Lydden. Let's go and see who else is about. Tristan Ovenden had a pretty good day, was looking pretty quick most of the day. From memory was fifth, I think, in the final in the end. Just didn't quite have it to match the pace of the front, but the pace of the front was very fast. Jack Thorne, Patrick O'Donovan coming from the back of the grid. Stunning performance. Robert Vittles had his fair share of issues, some niggles in qualifying with the Citroen C4 on his return to the championship, but was yet again very quick and spectacular, especially at the bottom of the hill. He gets lovely rotation on that Citroen C4. Julian Godfrey driving chassis 002 from LD Motorsport, the Citroen DS3 that Liam Duran used to race. Had some misfires, had a fire early on in the day, and he's just been getting on top of those gremlins, and when things have been going well, he's been quick. So look out for Julian on Monday. You can never ever discount Julian Godfrey. Dominic Flitney here in his Volvo C30. Disappointing day for Dom. Watch the stuff on the floor there, Tierney. Disappointing day for Dom. He had a fuel pump problem in practice and then couldn't quite get the lift pump changed in time for Q2. Missed Q1, then couldn't quite get it changed in time to get out for qualifying. And with only 2 heats in the Five Nations Championship, then you don't qualify for the semi-finals. You need at least 1 time to get out in the semi-finals. Nice that the engine stopped running now we've left the tent. Mike Seller had a pretty good day. I think this was Mike Seller's best day in a supercar through qualifying, was right there in the mix and then just made a small mistake in the semi-finals and couldn't quite get it together towards the end, but a positive day in the Citroen DS3. Let's just grab another driver here who was making a guest appearance this weekend. Clara, if we could just grab you quickly with your trophy.
Yes.
Your first time at Lydden Hill as a driver. You've been here before with your sister in the past, and a fantastic day for you in the RX 150 buggies.
Yeah, no, I had tons of fun. Today it was just new track, new car, new everything, but I had so much fun out there, and just racing with the guys, they taught me a lot, so yeah, I had a blast.
Of course, you had a baptism of fire last year, didn't you? Stepping up to the World Rallycross Championship, the electric RX-1E cars, that's some of the most powerful Rallycross cars we've ever seen. Bit of a different thing this weekend. Rear-wheel drive like you used to do in the Swedish Championship, but it's quite hard to shift that mindset, isn't it?
It is. It really is, because like the first thing that I noticed with these cars that they are so light. When you come into the corner, you need to brake so much later and so much harder and just be more aggressive than with other Rallycross cars that are so much heavier and just bigger torque and everything. But these things, they are quick. They are really quick. Like, they are super fun to drive. So yeah, I hope I will be back in the future. That would be really fun, actually.
Not racing on Monday, are you? You've got Extreme E commitments in the next week. You're very, very busy, but you'd like to come back and have another go in Five Nations?
Yes, absolutely. I would love it. I've been loving being here, and just to get the invite and everything, it's been a blast.
Well done. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Clara. Right, let's just nip through and see if we can find some of the Supercar podium finishers from today. Or let's just have a little look at what's going on in Steve Hill's awning, if we can, because Steve had a brilliant start to the weekend, but you can see for yourselves that things didn't go so well thereafter. A big hole in the engine bay of Steve's Mitsubishi Evo 10. Made a brilliant start in Q1 and just over jumped a bit on Lydden Hill's new jump. Just don't step back too much, there's half an engine there. And yeah, it broke an engine mount, that dug into the timing belt, and Steve led for another couple of laps before that became a big problem. So his guys working really hard. Okay, it helps a bit that they've got a full day tomorrow to get it done as well, but they're changing onto a spare engine, not exactly the same specification as the one that they've taken out, but yeah, this day gap actually works pretty well for people to get things sorted to be repaired for round 2 on Bank Holiday Monday, a traditional day in the British Rallycross Championship schedule, Bank Holiday Monday. And here at Team RX Racing, this is Ollie O'Donovan's Proton. He stopped racing this car early in the 2022 season at Pembrey. Actually, he raced it on the first day, stopped on the second day because there was some niggles they couldn't quite get on top of. Reverted to his Ford Focus, which he finished on the podium with several times, but they've done a lot of work on this Proton Iris, and he's back in that this weekend, and it's been really quick. Won his semi-final, had a battle in the final, and just couldn't quite get the better of Victor Vranckx in the end. Couldn't quite join his son on the podium. His son, the reigning British Rallycross champion, Patrick O'Donovan, GB1. That's quite a coveted number to have on the side of your supercar. You can see the battle scars of having to fight your way through the field. Gearbox problems in the semi-finals. Massive job from the team to get the gearbox changed so Patrick could get back out for the final. Started 7th on the grid for the final. I think it was 4th or 5th after the first corner, and then was soon onto the back of Jack Thorne. Passed his dad actually at the hairpin early in the race. Was onto the back of Jack Thorne, and Jack defended really, really well in the ex-Albotech Peugeot 208, and eventually Patrick was able to beat him on the Joker. Let's just see if we can find Patrick around. He's not here, so let's go down across the road and see if Victor Vranckx is around, because Victor, one of 2 drivers driving electric cars in 5 Nations BRX this weekend, together with Steve Harris. No, Victor's not here. This is the car that Victor raced in the FIA RX2E series last season, the support class to the World Rallycross Championship. Of course, the World Rallycross Championship is returning to Lydden Hill this July. RX2E will be supporting that event, as will the 5 Nations British Rallycross Championship and some other guest classes as well. So that's going to be an event to look out for. Fantastic to have World Rallycross coming back to Lydden. I'm just going to jump in here very quickly and try and speak to Graham Rodermark, who has worked with the Hanson team for a very long time, here helping Team RX Racing this weekend, especially with Patrick O'Donovan in the Peugeot. Graham, turbulent day, you were quite busy before the final, but just sum up Patrick's first day of competition in the Peugeot.
I think pretty much he should be very happy with himself. I think his progression through the day has been fantastic, showed a lot of potential. We have had a bit of a scrappy day in many ways technically, but we're getting there, and I think what he's done today has been brilliant and shown a lot of potential, so look forward to Monday.
Home soil for you as well. How much are you looking forward to being back here with the World Championship in July?
Yeah, that's going to be mega, and the new track obviously not so new anymore, but yeah, I think that's really going to be something with the World Championship and the competitive side of it over there being a little bit closer. I think it'll be really good.
Thank you, mate. Good luck for Monday.
Cheers, thank you.
Of course, big effort from all of Team RX Racing. Sam Clennell, Eric Farin working very closely with Graham on the Peugeot this weekend. Have we time for more? Should we keep going around the paddock? Let's see if we can grab one more person before we wrap up. This is typical rallycross environment. Such an accessible paddock. 2007 champion Ollie O'Donovan, we won't interrupt, but signing autographs. Have a look, kids everywhere. Fantastic that it's such an accessible environment in rallycross. You stay there. I'm going to see. Oh, I got some love hearts. I love those. Roger Thomas didn't have a great day. Let's just jump in here. Jack Thorne, don't run away, mate. I guess part of you is a little bit disappointed because you led the final for so long, but you've been out of the seat a while. Your car's not quite as advanced as the World Championship specification car of Patrick O'Donovan either. How would you sum up your day?
I'm happier now, let's say that. I wasn't happy after the final, but it was there for me to take, and we tried literally everything in the car I could possibly do, but it wasn't enough, and that's what the truth of the matter comes down to. So yeah, best man won, and that's all she wrote. But yeah, we'll try again on Monday and see where we can go.
I know all too well how addictive driving these rallycross supercars is. How nice has it been to be back in the car this weekend?
It's amazing to be back in the car, to be honest with you. How it's a lot goes on behind the scenes that people don't see here, and yeah, we've had our fair share of a lot. So to come here and then get good results like we have, and the consistency, and touch wood with the mechanical side, it's been absolutely faultless. And it's well, we're running the car, just me and 2 other guys we got, and it's mostly done just for the love of it. And it's really nice to get a result like that and have fairly good pace, and you think it's worth every penny you've put into it, and all the blood and the tears, literally. So it is worth it come finish, yeah.
It's fantastic to have you back. Good luck on Monday.
Thank you very much, Hal.
Right, we're going to wrap up just now, but I've spotted the event winner, Patrick O'Donovan. We'll just grab him quickly because you had an amazing event overall here in November last year, didn't you? On that wet day where you secured the British Rallycross Championship title. But today's been a little bit different, hasn't it? How hard was it to fight back from the back row of the grid in the final?
That's right. You know, it was emphatic. Is that? I don't know if that's the right word. We'll see.
That works.
That works. Yeah, that's good enough. No, it was really amazing. You know, like last year, I had a similar situation in the semi-final where we started last, and I was like, oh God, well, I wish we didn't start last. We actually started on the front of the row, and I had a stall and we were last, so it's a little bit like that. I was like, I need to get my head down, focus. Managed to get a good launch, which I haven't really been doing in this car. I've struggled with launching and testing, but happy to have finally got that nailed. And no, got off the line, and I was like, oh my God, it's turn 1 and we're already P4. And then managed to out-drag Victor up the hill, and then get my dad in the same corner only a lap later. But no, it was all about hunting Jack Thorne down. And once we did, you know, it was really good for the team. You know, they spent a lot of time today. We had gearbox issue in semi-final, like just disintegrate inside the car, and the team were able to have a gearbox out, inspect the clutch, see if that was all right, put the new gearbox back in under an hour. So I mean, it's not really my way. It's all thanks to them. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to cross the line, even go across the first line. But no, really happy with it. Couldn't ask much more today.
And in the final, a good degree of maturity, I think, from both yourself and your spotter to not get drawn into having a big fight with Jack at the top of the hill. You clearly had good pace, and it was all about just timing your joker to try and undercut him on the joker strategy. Definitely.
We had a small scuff on one of the laps, and Dave on the radio was just calm it down. There's no need to. You're just both losing time here. And I just thought, you know, he's going to be getting on the power, but earlier than he did. But no, it was all about catching and making sure that when we did see him go into the joker, we had the perfect lap. So we went in a lap earlier than him trying to get the undercut, and it managed to work. I was all about getting the apexes nailed, and no, I mean, I'm really happy with it, so couldn't be asking for much more, you know.
Well done. See you on Monday.
Thank you very much. See you then.
So that's about it. I think we will have Oliver Bennett in his Mini RX racing on Monday as well, joining this incredible supercar field we've had so far this weekend. There's been brilliant action. Everyone's got a day to rest now to try and repair whatever they've got going on ahead of Monday. Make sure to come down to Lydden Hill if you're in the area, because the racing is going to be brilliant in all of the classes all day long. And make sure to come back in July for the World Rallycross Championship. Return to Lydden Hill, because that is also going to be spectacular.